and I didn't know why I was getting these dreams. Actually, at the time, I didn't know any Muslims. I didn't watch any content that was like had to do with Islam. Like I didn't know anything really about the religion. Slightly, like briefly, we had learned about it like back in middle school, but at that time I was a little Islamophobic, and when watching those things, like I didn't really have a good view of the religion, you know, in the news and from other people. I was always hearing, oh, Muslims are terrorists and they're violent and all this stuff. And so when seeing that, it wasn't something that like I looked up to. I actually just had like a negative opinion of it. So yeah, around 3 years ago, I started getting very vivid dreams that I was Muslim. So I had dreams that I was wearing like a white hijab and a flowy abaya, and I was on a pilgrimage to Mecca, and I saw me like walking through the crowds of people. And I wonder if I go there one day, if I'll get like deja vu from the dream or something. But yeah, so those were the dreams. I had a few, maybe 3, 4, and then I didn't think much of it. Some months passed by and COVID hit. And at the time that COVID hit, I started getting really into Arabic culture, specifically the music, which drew me into the culture in its entirety. So I was watching a lot of Muslim influencers. Yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm like saying all the things I wrote. Okay, I was watching a lot of Muslim influencers, and they started to talk about their faith as well. You know, they shared aspects of their life. So I was learning about the faith, and I was learning about it in its true form, I would say, because prior to that, like I said, I had misconceptions about it, and I didn't view it in a positive light. And through these people talking about their faith, I realized, wow, like this is a beautiful religion. Like their beliefs are amazing, their devotion and dedication is amazing. Like I loved every minute of it. It was similar to Catholicism to me, but like more extreme, different. But I'm saying in many aspects I related to the traditionalness, but like I said, it's even more so traditional, and I really liked it, honestly. So what I did was I applied those techniques and beliefs and whatever to my own religion. Some of them, like I said, kind of intertwined with what I already believed, so it was easy to transition it. But you know, I started praying more, dressed more modest, whatever, and yeah, I didn't first think, okay, I'm going to convert, because like I said, I came from a really religious family, and I knew that would cause a lot of issues. So instead, I just kind of brought what I could into my life. But at the core of it, like, I didn't really feel connected to Christianity. It got to a point where I didn't really believe it anymore. I didn't really believe in, like, I didn't ever really believe in the Trinity. Like, I always would say, oh, like, I believe that Jesus is, like, the Son of God, and he's God, and all this stuff, but, like, I didn't believe in it. And I also didn't believe in original sin, and there's a lot of other little things, like the idolatry and all this stuff, but specifically from Catholics. But I don't want to say anything bad about Catholics or other religions. Every religion is great. Not every religion, actually, not like Satanists, but most religions have good intentions, are good, and I see the good in it. But there's a lot to me that was wrong in my previous faith. And to me, Islam just felt like the truth. And even people have said other converts have said, like, Islam feels like the last true religion. Like, like how, like, for example, there was Judaism, and then, like, Christianity was kind of the upgrade from that, because then Jesus came. And then I feel like Islam is the upgrade from Christianity, because Muhammad was the last prophet, peace be upon him. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. Then let's see what else. I don't know what this says. Yeah, I just felt like I was being very hypocritical. Like, I was saying, oh, I believe in this, I'm in the Bible studies, whatever, but I never believed it. When I was Catholic, I, like, never really prayed, because I didn't believe, like, I didn't think it was right to pray to Jesus or Mary. Again, I get the thought process behind why, but I just didn't get it. And so then, when I was at my previous college, I transferred schools. I started attending MSA there. I made some Muslim friends, and one of my first Muslim friends, I won't forget her, because she kind of just introduced me to the world of Islam, like, officially. One time I said, hey, like, you're a faithful Muslim, like, I have so many questions, can we just, like, hop on a FaceTime call or whatever? I think we must have called on, like, what was the thing called at that time? Shoot, I forget what it was called. Zoom. So we got on a Zoom call, and we literally talked for, like, 2-3 hours, and I asked her every question I could think of. Like, I wrote down so many questions, and then as she was talking, I formed many more questions, and everything she was answering, like, honestly, and it changed my view. That is when my view really started to shift about the religion. It already was shifting before, but then I realized, like, whoa, like, all these things that I had thought were oppressive about Islam, like the hijab and, like, multiple wives and all these things, like, I realized there's a reason behind everything, and that, like, a lot of the reasons for things are for empowerment, and for, like, women are, like, from the outset, I thought women were so oppressed in Islam, but I realized they're really sacred and really treasured, and they really treat themselves as treasures. And, there's stuff in the world, in other countries, that goes on, that's but that's all political stuff, that's cultural, that doesn't have to do with the religion. Islam is perfect in its form, in its entirety, but people are not, and they kind of put a negative light on the religion when they act in ways that go against it. Because people think, oh, this is how Muslims are acting. They see all the terrorists, they see all the wars. That's not Islam. That's bad. That's sinful. But it unfortunately gets grouped into one. And yeah, I made a lot of other Muslim friends. Then I transferred schools, and I met my now current best friend, who taught me a lot. We had a lot of good discussions about faith, and I was always teaching her, and she was always teaching me. And never once did she, try to push her faith on me or say convert or this is the right religion. We simply just talked. But through everything I learned from her, I again, like, kept going back to the idea that, like, Islam is the truth. Like, it felt like the truth to me, really. And so then I attended an MSA meeting at Montclair, because I had only ever been to Rutgers once, sorry. They were selling, like, hijabs and abayas, and I don't know why, but I bought my first hijab and abaya, matching white set, just like my dream, actually. I now realize that was, like, in my dream of me wearing that. And I don't know why I bought it. Like, I knew I wanted to go with my best friend to the mosque, so I was like, okay, I'll wear this to the mosque for the first time. And I know that we want to travel to Dubai, so I'm like, okay, we'll wear it to Dubai whenever we go in Dubai, we'll, like, look, like, all bougie, and so then the woman that helped me put on my hijab or whatever, she then turned around the mirror and showed me, and she's like, do you like it? And I just, like, the beauty that I felt, and like, the clarity and stuff was, like, insane. And it wasn't even, like, a physical beauty, it's just, like, I felt like this was supposed to be my identity. Like, I was supposed to be Muslim and modest and everything, and it just felt right. So I bought that outfit, and then I also bought like another, just like a nude hijab, and those became very useful because when I converted, those became my first hijabs. And yeah, so my friends were really like inspiring me, and then it just all came down to when was I gonna visit the masjid for the first time. Like I was always telling my best friend, okay, when can we go? Can we go this week and next week? But she's a dental student, she's very busy. But you know, inshallah, we finally went, and I loved it. You know, I got to the masjid, and let me tell you, I was expecting for the interior to be some like ornate palace, like something fancy. Like even churches, they're very fancy with the stained glass windows, the paintings, statues, whatever. So that's more along the lines of what I was expecting, and I was just shocked and a little bit disappointed to see that it was just like a plain white room with carpet, like that's it. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what, like, this is all I've been like leading up to, and it's just simple, you know. But to my surprise, I was shocked once the sheikh, he started speaking and everyone started praying and going through the motions. I saw the true beauty happen at that time, because it was just mesmerizing to me. Like I loved how people were so involved with their praying, bowing down, sitting, saying stuff. And I looked over to my friend, and it's funny because she's like Moroccan. I'm like, if you speak Darija, like how, like I heard her like, no, I didn't hear her. I saw her like mouthing the prayers to herself, and I'm just like, how in the world? I was kind of impressed. I'm like, how in the world does she know all this stuff in Arabic if this is not even like her language? 1 second, I need something to drink. So I was like fascinated by that for some reason, but overall, like I was just blown away at the whole process. And it was also the sound of the call to prayer, the Quran recitations being said. It was beautiful. It was just breathtaking. There's no other sound on earth that is beautiful to me other than just hearing the sheikhs like speak and do the recitations and the prayers and everything. Like to me, that is true music to my ears. So yeah, after that experience, I met my friend outside, and he said, how did you like it? And I said, I'm converting, that's it, like khalas, like it's it. Like I fell in love with everything. And so, you know, it was just a matter of planning my shahada, and I was gonna wait, but then I'm like, why wait, you know? Like, and my friend said to me, like, she said this to me after, which was a good way of thinking of it, after I converted, but she said, like, would you rather, you know, like you could die at any moment. You don't know what's going to happen in life. Would you rather die a Christian, or would you rather die a Muslim? And I thought to myself, I would rather die a Muslim, you know, like that is what I believe. And so like if I would rather die a Muslim, why wait any second to convert? You can die at any second, just convert. And that's how I felt. And so I took my Shahada April 19th, one day before my birthday, and it was about 2 minutes long. Basically, he had just asked me if I believed in the 5 pillars of Islam, which I said I did, and if I believe there's one God, no associates, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last prophet. And I said yes to all of those things. So yeah, now I'm Muslim, and I will insert a video of my Shahada at the end for you guys if you want to watch. But yeah, I mean, I've since converting, reverting, sorry if I've ever said converting throughout this video, I mean to say reverting. It's called reverting because, you know, we believe that Allah knew that our true religion was Islam, and so when we go back to it, we're not coming for the first time. We're just returning to where we were always supposed to be where we were always meant to be, because God knows our destiny when He created us. But yeah, so I've been met with some Islamophobia, of course, but through some of the people that I know. But besides that, people in general, even strangers, have been so sweet, so accepting. Um, I always walk around, like almost every day when I go out, like I see one or multiple people and they come up to me and say assalamu alaikum, as well as like so many people like just give me compliments on it, you know. They'll be like, oh, you look so beautiful, I love how you're modest, I like your scarf. And again, none of this is for the attention or the compliments, but it's nice, you know, to be appreciated in your faith and modesty. And it makes me happy because I was worried about going out in public and getting judged and people thinking, oh, I'm a terrorist, and all these things, these negative things that I had thought previously about Muslims. So I'm glad to see that no one's like really voicing that to me. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that if you're in the same place that I was and you're not sure on how to proceed, you know, like whether to stay in your religion, or even if you don't have a religion, you know, whether to stay a Muslim or a non-Muslim, just do your research, honestly. Like, you can go to your local mosques. They have like Islamic basics. Usually they have like the basics classes for reverts. Or some mosque has it around you, hopefully. I'm sure there's online YouTube videos, many scholars you can look up, like I love Mufti Meng, Omar Solomon, Muhammad Hablas, I believe. Hopefully I'm pronouncing everything all right. But there's just like a lot. There's a lot. And what they have to say is, it's truly beautiful. So learn as much as you can. Go buy a Quran. I have actually my own copy that I got when I took my Shahada. My friend gave it to me. I'm so thankful for that, honestly, because this is like my favorite book now, literally.